The Far Cry series is one of the most beloved in gaming, besides some of the games that may have strayed a bit too far from the roots. But all in all, the series has built up a very loyal fan base, and it seems that Ubisoft may be back at it with another installment in this amazing series. Now, we touched on this in the past, but today we'll cover in depth everything we know about Far Cry 7 Rise, the story details, the possible release dates, the locations, the gameplay leaks, and so much more. So let me know in the comment section if you're excited for Far Cry 7. Also, be sure to let me know what you're most looking forward to in this new game. Drop a like on this video and let's get into it. So, the story details of Far Cry 7 Rise. Now, it all started earlier this year where a leak surfaced online about the possibility that Ubisoft could be working on another installment in the Far Cry series. Now, this leak also claimed that the next game would be titled Far Cry 7 Rise. And the understanding from the leak is that the next entry to the series would be a non-linear story, with most parts of its story being centered around rescuing the player's kidnapped family. Now, it was also stated that the game's plot revolves around a rich family that was kidnapped by a conspiracy group called the Sons of the Truth. Now, take it with a grain of salt. A lot of these details from the current understanding of the leak could change by the time the game comes out, and that's due to the fact that the game is still in early stages of development. But as of right now, the current speculation of the leak is that it'll take the player around Far Cry 7's map with the goal to take down the Sons of the Truth, save your family from the kidnappers, and to note, your family members actually do not need to be rescued in any complete order, but to 100% the game, you'll need to rescue all your family members safely. Also, another interesting new mechanic introduced in Far Cry 7 is the new interrogation system, which doesn't necessarily mean you'll get the information that you need from an enemy, but it does seem like a pretty sweet concept. Let's say sometimes the enemy may give you the information you're looking for, sometimes they'll lie, or sometimes they'll even escape. But to complete the story, it's also offering a brand new twist. It was said that in the early build of the game in which the leaker saw, there was currently an in-game timer that stands at 72 hours or 24 hours in real time. And the basic understanding of the timer is to complete the game successfully and save your family, you'll have to do it in that set time. Now, the leaker also stated that around the map, the player may find some safe houses where entering the timer can be paused. And speaking of the map, let's now touch on the location set for Far Cry 7 Rise. Now, in the alleged leak for Far Cry 7 Rise, it seems that the location will now be set in a small tropical island called Kimson, and it can also be found in the Yellow Sea or next to Korea. Now, touching on this location, not any of the information was actually confirmed, and even Insider Gaming was able to debunk some of the information, stating that this leak is entirely inaccurate. So whether we dive deeper into this leak, it seems that some of the details on the map's location are still very yet unknown to us. So if we find any more information on the map's location, you guys will be the first to know. Now, really quick, before we go over the gameplay leaks for Far Cry 7 Rise, I'd like to let you guys know that 80,000 subscribers, we will be doing a PS5 giveaway, as well as a game of your choice. So if you guys want to enter, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel with all your notifications turned on so you never miss an upload. As well, tweet me proof that you're actually subscribed, and we'll be picking the winner at 80,000 subs. There will also be a pinned comment with all the information below. So moving on to some of the most important details, in my opinion, are the gameplay leaks. Starting off, the leaker claims that Far Cry 7 will utilize the Snowdrop engine used from the Division games, as well as Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. And if you haven't seen the new Avatar game from Ubisoft, this game really looks absolutely incredible. Just to think that the next Far Cry game will be looking like this is just absolutely insane. Ubisoft really knocked the visuals out in this game, and it's very exciting that they'll be switching to the Snowdrop engine. Now, the leaker also claimed that the combat will be overhauled from the previous Far Cry experience, which was Far Cry 6. It was also mentioned by the leaker that a lot of the direction of gameplay changes look to be inspired by Far Cry 3 as well as Far Cry 6. Now, delving further into some of the details surrounding the highly anticipated Far Cry 7, we can't ignore the significant gameplay leaks that have stirred the gaming community. And as the leaks continue to unfold, the anticipation for Far Cry 7 grows. The prospect of a visually stunning Far Cry game and the reported combat overhaul suggest that Far Cry 7 could be very well set the new standard for the gaming industry, hopefully offering players an unforgettable journey into the heart and adventure and exploration of the new Far Cry game. But now, only time will tell if the leaks hold true. But for now, the gaming community remains on the edge of their seats, eagerly awaiting the official unveiling of Far Cry 7. So now that we got the gameplay leaks out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the possible release date. Now, when will we actually get our hands on Far Cry 7? At this point, this is purely speculation, but according to Insider Gaming, in this report, the Ubisoft Montreal team will be developing Far Cry 7 and will most likely launch in the fall of 2025. And considering the trajectory of the Ubisoft projects and their established roadmap, the launch window for Far Cry 7 in 2025 seems to align seamlessly with the company's any strategic plans. And right now, as the making of this video, I'm recording it on the 29th of December. So as 2024 looms on the horizon, the prospect of a release for 2025 of Far Cry 7 does appear very, very plausible. The gaming industry, as well as their very avid fans, are well aware of the meticulous planning and execution required for this blockbuster title, and Ubisoft, a seasoned player in the field, likely has a very well thought out timeline. Now, just the mere thought that 2024 is just right around the corner adds an extra layer of excitement for the potential unveiling of Far Cry 7, and if Ubisoft does intend to grace the gaming community with its new highly anticipated installment in the fall of 2025, if I were to guess, we will be getting our first glimpses of the marketing material in 2024. The build up for a game release is often 2 years out or a year out, with teaser trailers, promotional events, as well as some sneak peeks generating some widespread anticipation. However, if the year 2024 comes and goes without any substantial marketing material or anything in regards to Far Cry 7 by Ubisoft, I could honestly see them potentially delaying the game until 2026. Now, although us fans of the series want our game now, I'd rather them wait, make sure the game is polished up, and actually release a finished product for us gamers. A lot of game developers right now are just hammering us with unreleased, unfinished projects and just games that we're spending $60 for, and they're not even complete. They're buggy messes. I'm honestly really not sure the last time I bought a game where it didn't have bugs or just a disastrous launch. So if the time does come and the game does get pushed back to 2026, I am perfectly fine with it. Yet we're still waiting for an official announcement from Ubisoft themselves that the game is actually in development, but us gamers and the gaming community will likely be watching Ubisoft's every move. And it's actually just insane that I'm talking about Far Cry 7. Far Cry is one of my favorite series in all of gaming, and if it is taking us back to the roots of the Far Cry 3 gameplay style, that is extremely exciting. So to wrap it up, a lot of the stuff that I covered today sounds very, very cool, and I look forward to the future of the Far Cry series. Far Cry 7 sounds promising, and with the new game running on the Snowdrop engine, the new direction of its gameplay, the plot sounds solid. Ubisoft definitely has a lot to live up to, especially if they're trying to have Far Cry living in the future for gaming. But that's gonna wrap it up with this video. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Far Cry 7 will actually launch in 2025? What do you think of the new gameplay changes that they're implementing? What do you think about them taking some of the gameplay changes from Far Cry 3 and implementing that in Far Cry 7? As well, when it's all said and done, do you think the game is actually going to be called Far Cry 7 Rise or just Far Cry 7? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check the pinned comment for that PS5 giveaway. Like I said, we're doing that at 80,000 subs. Thanks again for all the support you guys have been giving us. We're about to be ramping up the content again. But yeah, this has been Zach with VGL. I'll catch you guys in the next one.